For y'all, we ready. We ready. We ready for y'all. What's up, man? Good morning. Cecil's in detention. Comedian André Mulligan, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We are in the motherfucking building. Rest in peace, Archie, man. Rest in peace to the homie who just recently murdered yesterday, man. So I definitely got to show love and support to the family, to everybody from the A-Towns. A-Town, stay down. What's up? Always do it up. Rest in peace to you, homie, man. And unfortunate that he passed away being murdered by his brother. So that's one of the things I want to talk about today. That's one of the things I want to talk about today is just, are y'all actually ready? Do y'all understand what is going on in our community? Do y'all understand the where we at? Because a lot of y'all think y'all know, but y'all don't fucking know, man. They are destroying the family. And it wouldn't matter what y'all think. Some of y'all don't understand the development and the new texture to take away power. But the power is already gone because most people are now confused about what their thoughts are, what they want to be, who they are. Everything is taught you to look right instead of going left. And it's not necessarily the best thing for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the family structure and the fact of what is now being able to take over the family is not only just apps, television, music. These are the new mothers and daddies. Back, it used to be television. That's one of the things people used to say. The new babysitter was Saturday morning cartoons. It was the Cartoon Network. But now the new mother and dad is the apps. And it's the influencers, and these are the people. Hey, baby, these are things that are taking. Hey, Dido, these are things now that have changed the structure. And most people don't know their thoughts. Hey, hon, how you doing? Come here, mama. Come here, mama. How you doing? This is my baby. Hey, cutie pie. Mwah. Hey, my baby. You good?
What are Dido's thoughts on this issue?
Dido's thoughts on this issue is, Daddy, these motherfuckers are crazy out here. Because, one of the things I want to talk about is, are y'all really making decisions for yourself? Do y'all really know anything? Y'all ain't know y'all goddamn feelings no more. Y'all don't know. If they tell y'all crazy, y'all believe y'all crazy. Why? Because they telling y'all crazy, or you actually feel fucking crazy. People don't know. People don't know. This is a new divide and conquer kind of thing, man. Divide and conquer. Divide and fucking conquering. That's what it's about, man. You take away the family, and you take away, not even just taking away the man, you take away the family. You're taking away the family. It's like mothers now, they got to compete against the apps. They got to compete against what the thoughts are of the world, not what you believe your family should be and how you see. Now, hey, man, we're not talking about the ideological, if you're gay, trans, or bi, or whatever, that your family cash out. What I'm saying is, kids don't have a choice. I don't think kids have a choice to be themselves, to figure out what they want to be, because the fact that they are so influenced to act a certain way or accept a certain culture that they may not agree with. I know they did it within. I know they do it all the time with us. They told us all the time, hey, man, what you thinking is not right. It is television. Television has always been fucking public enemy number one, because now you're not the one to put the thoughts into your family. It's television. Because if you don't think a person can influence a person, that's how slow people are thinking nowadays, that a person can talk to them for 20 minutes and now they believe something that they never believed in their life. Ain't that weird? Let me pull them up. Isn't that weird? Y'all don't consider that to be weird? Why is it that we are now accepting Ukraine war. What? How can we say this? What is it called? I didn't forget. Prisoners of war, not prisoners of wars, but people who are seeking refuge. So now we're accepting Israelis. They're accepting refuge, and they're going to Mexico, and they're coming into America. But yet alone, we won't do it for Mexican Americans, for Mexicans that are trying to get away, right? We won't. They not allowing Mexicans to come over here who are being murdered and slaughtered and persecuted in their own country, but yet alone we allow Israelis to come over here that are getting murdered and killed in their own country. Does that not make sense? It doesn't make sense. It's the color of the people that are coming over here. More votes. That's what it's about. No, we're not going to bring Mexicans over here. Why? Because it's a split. Most of them are voting Democratic, are for the Democratic Party unless they're lighter. Then they'll switch over to the Republican. But when you're a darker race, doesn't matter where you're from. Do y'all remember them beating the shit out of the Haitians? Y'all remember them beating and demolishing and beating the hell out of Haitians that were coming over here when they were dealing with the tornado, not tornado, but the tsunami over there, and they were seeking refuge and they were trying to cross into Texas. They were beating the shit out of them Haitians. They killed Mexicans. Have you ever seen the Death Valley Trail where people were leaving water and food for Mexicans that were crossing the border? And what they end up doing is they would cut the water out and they would go pour it out. They trying to cross the desert and they would leave water for the people to have something to drink, and they would go tear the water up. Look the video up. But yet alone, if you're Israeli right now and you are trying to seek refuge, if you get to America or you get to Mexico, they bring them in. Political asylum. People are trying to escape war, torture, and when people are trying to come over from other countries, look how many Africans are trying to escape genocide in their country. You think they're going to allow them to come over here? No. America is a fucking lie. Everything that is right is wrong. Everything that is wrong is right. Now, look, dog, I know y'all be like, oh, what do you mean? What is wrong? What do you mean? What is this? Hey, it is easier for you to switch your gender than to switch your name in this fucking country. That's crazy. That's crazy. You can come out LGBTQ and say, hey, I want to be a trans woman or trans man, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if a black person was to say, hey, I want to be called Club Soda, they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, you can't be called Club Soda. When y'all look at what Dave Chappelle was talking about, look at this, man. They have 2 inmates in an all-women prison that just became pregnant by a trans man because they have the men in an all-women's facility and women are getting pregnant there. So what are we doing? What are we doing over here? What are we doing? Are we protecting women? Are we protecting men? Are we protecting political agendas? It's about voting. It's about voting. Be who you are, like what you like, enjoy what you like, but don't let anybody influence that. That's the problem. Be who the fuck you want to be, but don't let nobody tell you that's what you're supposed to be. Does that sound right? People would accept Christianity, would not accept Christianity, but they would accept being a Jewish person. They would accept being a Buddhist. They would accept being Hindu. But Christianity is now beginning to be public enemy number one. Like, why? How is it that we accept every other religion in this country? But if a person was to say, oh, I want to be a Christian, oh, he's fake. Jesus is fake. Everything is fake until somebody fucking prove it. It's about the proof in the pudding. We are not allowed to speak our voice over. We're not allowed to be who the fuck we want to be over. We're not allowed. A fucking foul is a foul. A foul is a foul. Y'all gotta quit enforcing people to believe what y'all think. That's why they're taking critical race theory out the schools and they're inserting it with the new bullshit that people don't know. We were talking about this yesterday about what happened to Black America, and people still don't fucking understand. You still are lost about what they did to Black America in this country. They're lost. They don't know. You got 45 years, 50 years of no man in the family. 45 to 50 years of a Black man not being in the family. You got men that have been in jail for 30 and 40 years. You have Black men that have been missing out the family. What I mean, and let me break this down to you. When I was growing up, I had cousins, male cousins that were around me. I had uncles that were around me. I had stepfathers that were around me. And anybody understand that they took that away from the family, therefore putting the pressure on the woman to raise the man and the girl and the woman. My fault. No, because you can't say girl no more because shit's crazy. So do people not understand when people say girl, it's a form of saying innocent? That's why we protect them. That's the protection. So what happened is when they separated and took the man out the Black family. Now we're talking about the Black family real quick. They took the Black man out the family, therefore putting the pressure on the woman to raise kids, right? Women aren't out here teaching boys how to fight. They were not out here teaching boys how to fight. So therefore, men were picking up guns because niggas can't take an ass whooping. Niggas can't take an ass whooping. They can't fight, not understanding that when they go to jail, they don't got a gun no more. So you put a lot of these men in jail for 30 years, 25 years, natural selection. These niggas are neither A, gonna get raped, B, gonna be the raper, or they will fucking go crazy. So that's why a lot of men, when they get out, if they not one of those guys, they fucking paranoid. PTSD, lock you in a cage. They've been locking Black men in cages for years. So when you look at that factor, when you look at the factor that the woman has been raising the man, you can't say, and this is not allowed to say, you know what I'm saying? This is, you're not allowed to say that the woman has feminized the Black man, but I can actually say Black women have feminized the Black man to a certain extent, not all the way, but if a little boy, Black boy fall on the ground, they gonna pick him up and cut him like a little ass girl. When a girl fall on the ground, they gonna get your ass up, girl, and dust off like a boy. Therefore, saying, hey, we are now not feminizing the girls because they say boys need love. We do need love. It's a different kind of love. These little boys are weak out here. Our kids are weak, dog. They weak because we do not have any kind of real input into their minds without the violent side. You know what I'm saying? It's different because we are raised in two different societies, America. We are raised to survive. We're not raised to live. We got to survive. Do you know how hard it is being African in this country? So when we talk about that, people get mad. When I bring up the fact that if Asian Americans were to their original names, same thing Black people talk about, right? Same thing Black people talk about. Your name ain't John. Your name is probably Mutunda or Aboko or something like that. You have an African name. We don't. I don't have an African. Actually, my fault. My apologies. I do have an African name. I don't use my African name. My actual African name is Obu Abaso. And that's the name that I received when I was in the second grade. Obu Abaso, which is the African name, West African name. Master Cowan gave that to me, Chuck Howard. And what's up, Flub? What's up, OG? But when you look at the fact that y'all don't find that it's a coincidence that most kids under the age of 23 are bisexual, pansexual, transgender. Most of them are really scared to say they straight. That is a system that is pushing that. Now, my belief is that they want to make the Black man weaker. I'm not saying, I know when we get to talking about this, y'all say, oh, uh-oh. Yeah, I know when we get talking about this, a lot of people be like, oh, it's transphobic or homophobic. No one's being, why can't you just say something without being anti this? You can't just say it. They don't allow you to say it anymore because every time you talk, you got to go back and you got to say, my apologies. No one's saying anything wrong to you. No one's saying anything wrong to me, but this is what I will say, and I say this to anybody, no matter what you are, do not let anybody influence what you want to be, your sexuality, whatever you want to be, but understand there is an agenda. There has always been an agenda. There is always going to be there. There's no different when you take the black man out the family. Most black men aren't going to start dating black women like that, because the melting pot in the black community was so fragile, and it was not enough women for the man. Well, it was, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because black women outnumber black men so much, so the only thing was to depopulate them in order to make them neither kill each other, combat with each other, sell dope, do this. Now, people do make it, but why is it 8 out of 10 black men have been to jail or penitentiary? I've been to jail. I was in there for a few days. I wasn't in there for a month or no shit like that. I was in there for like 5 days at the most, but shit, that was prison to me. That was goddamn prison to me. But why did I go to jail? Let me explain why I went to jail. Yeah, I missed court and they put me in jail, right? And then I got charged with custodial interference in 2005, where my child's mother had kidnapped my son on the run. The police locked her up, grabbed my son, gave my son back to me. His mom went to penitentiary for a year. She got out. Listen, she got out of penitentiary, called me and said, bring my son home. No court document, no proof that you got a job, no proof that you living good. Give me my son back, and they locked me up for custodial interference. Are you fucking serious? They do any and everything to take the black man away from their child. They do that. That's why most of y'all didn't have y'all daddy in your life. Y'all might have had a stepdaddy. Y'all may have had a mama's boyfriend, but y'all daddy, he wasn't there. And the ones that had him, hey, cool, yeah, good. Most likely, if your dad was really there full time, your fucking mama wasn't there. And that's normally what happened. The drugs that they forced and they put on black women in this country. You know what I'm saying? They flooded the system. That's what happened. But Asian American, they don't know because their whole Asian Americans things were protection of they race, because they were dealing with the Vietnam War, the Korean War. They was dealing with where Hiroshima, and they were dealing with when they were coming over. They were being treated just the same way as blacks, but they had one thing that black people did not have. You never seen Asian Americans marching during the civil rights movement. So if y'all got pictures of it, if y'all got videos of it, please show this, because they've been in this country for a long time too. But why were Asian Americans never united with black Americans in this country? The only one that tried to unite black American and Asian American was Muhammad Ali. And what the fuck they do to him? They killed him. They shot him with some shit. And he was done. His voice was gone, because the relationship between Asian and black Americans were it was a beautiful thing, yo. It was a very beautiful thing. That's when you get Bruce Lee and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in a Game of Death fighting, right? And they're like, oh man, we're starting to get black people in these Asian movies. We always been close. They got the same kind of eyebrows of us. A lot of y'all can look at Asian women and look at certain African women, and they look the same because we always been tight. So you got the Dutch, you got the British, you got the Europeans, you got the Spaniards who said, nah, they can't do that. We're going to take away their language. Asian Americans are the only ones that kept their language. They the only ones that really kept their language, and it is a united language. How many of y'all learned African in school? Not me. Did they even offer Swahili or something? And what would they say? Oh, well, it's too many different nationalities. That's why they made them learn French. Africans ain't French. They don't know that they Geechee, yo. But they don't. The French side of it, it's a different kind of voice. It's a different kind of talk, and it's something totally different that we were not paying attention to. We didn't know about it. We didn't understand that. I always ask myself, I'll be like, why don't Asian Americans take they actual birth names? I ain't talking about the shit they had to use when they got to this country and y'all wanted to fit in. Why don't y'all take your Asian name? If you want to stop Asian hate, stop by taking your name back. Taking your name back. Some black people been trying to do for years. So since we didn't know our names, a lot of them took the name X or Muhammad or something like that. Ali. They took those names in order to say, hey, I'm not American. I'm not this. Now, listen, I'm not saying I'm not anti-America. I'm anti-propaganda. I'm anti-fucking with the family. Let people have a voice. Let people raise their kids. Let people raise family. This is the country of the land of the free, but yet alone, nobody has independent thought anymore. There's no independent thought. You're Democrat or you're Republican, or if you don't agree with that, then you fucking anti-American. If you don't, no one with the biggest argument these days that will shun and take away. I was explaining this to a young lady yesterday, and she is a bisexual African American young lady, and if you tell her I was like, when I told her she was black, she was like, actually, I'm this. No one really wants to be black. No one wants to be black anymore. And white people don't want to be white. You ask a white person what they are. They're not going to tell you they white. They're going to say they Jewish. They're going to say, well, actually, a quarter Mexican, 2% African, this. They did that to make people not feel assimilated by what their forefathers did. But why not? The truth is the truth. You are reaping the benefits. You are reaping the benefits of the past life for your family. The roads that they paved set the roads that we are walking on today. Black people, we don't got good roads. We in the fucking hills. We in the mountains. It is. I have never in my life understood how Indian Americans, how Asian Americans have all got to this country later, and black people are still the root of all evil considered to America in this country. They wanted everybody to look at us like we were a criminal. You know what I'm saying? One thing they could never do really like that, and people say it, and you know they say the bullshit. They be like, black Americans don't like Asians. We love fucking Asians. Don't let America make y'all think that black people don't like Asian Americans. We love y'all. It's white people who don't fuck with y'all like that. They will get money with y'all. Don't mean they like y'all like that. We have always had a united bond with the people of color in the country. What's up, Duro, man? We got K-Mac on here, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out, man. He got shows everywhere. We have always had a united bond with Asian Americans, but what they did is when the Rodney King situation happened, they was having the riots, the LA riots, and the little 15-year-old girl went, what was she, like 15, 12 years old girl went to the Asian shop, and a lady shot her in the back. That was the new Emmett Till. They wanted us to start targeting Asian Americans as criminals and as victors and as this. That's why when you look at Men's Society, they made an Asian man say, I feel sorry for your mother. Dog, come on, man. Asians are some of them, but they not like that. That's a small percentage of Asian Americans that don't fuck with black people. Other than that, they love shit out of us because we love them and we are that united. But if you let America tell you, if you let media tell you, it's anti this, it's anti that, it's anti this. Talk about the white men that are dragging and hanging people, man. The biggest terrorists in this country, Timothy McVeigh, Dave Carras. Look at these; those were the terrorists in these countries. Look at the kid. Look at the white kid that killed the Asians in Atlanta. What happened to him? Anybody know what happened to him? He hasn't even went on fucking trial yet. The guy the white guy that killed the people in the church a few 10 years ago, this nigga just went to jail. He just went to jail. He just went to jail for going in a church, sitting in there with them and murdering them. They do not want to cast out white Americans. They don't want you to look and say this white kid next to you is a killer. He's a mass shooter. I've never heard of Asian Americans in America being mass shooters. Black Americans do not mass shoot. We shoot one person. Even though most black people can't shoot like that, we shoot one person. We might shoot a lot, but we aiming for one. We don't go into a club and shoot a bunch of people. The only time that shit happened was just the other day. Well, it actually happened twice in America, and then it happened in New York both times, where the guy set the bomb off, and then the one that just happened the other day where the guy shot 6 people. Don't let them fool you, man. Don't let them fool you. Be who you are, like what you like, and love who you love, but do not let America change your thought way. That's why they take church out. That's why they took church out of school, because it was a form of discipline. When the last time y'all went to a family reunion? Huh? When the last time y'all went to a family reunion? When the last time y'all really sat down at a table with your family? And matter of fact, I'm about to clean my table off because that's what me and my wife and her mom used to do. We used to sit down at the table and eat together, pray together. Hey, you don't have to pray. Eat together. They got all this shit on TV. The more content you put up, the more distracted people are. That's where the rabbit that's where the rabbit tail is hanging out. Y'all don't think that shit is crazy? How we watched them kill Sandra Bland, how we watched them kill David Gardner, how we watched them kill George Floyd in front of us, and people still had the audacity to act like it wasn't real. What did they do? When you watching Rodney King get beat by 7 officers and they all get exonerated, and we watched them beat the shit out of them, man, and they want to tell us, well, maybe he did. What did he do to deserve that kind of beating? Huh? What are we doing over here, yo? What are we doing over here? They are making us weaker. We are weak. We are weak. That's why Putin don't give a shit about what America says, because we're weak over it. Nigga, you can't control your fucking minds over there. How you gonna tell me what to do? How you gonna tell me what to do, America? That's what he did. Nigga, how you gonna tell me what to do? There's never been a time that we have been nigga, they spitting in Americans' face all the time. Why? Because a lot of y'all confused on life. A lot of y'all confused on what the family is. A lot of y'all confused on what y'all want to be. Y'all have no, nigga, y'all wash up yoga over here. We wash up yoga before we wash up something that will make us believe family is right. Yoga don't mean family. Church does. But we are the only people. The reason why they attack Christianity the way they did is because it unites Black Americans. That's why. That's why. The Nation of Islam, when it comes to the way America puts it, even though as beautiful as the Nation of Islam is, and about showing, because they always been kings and queens in the Nation of Islam, the only reason why I don't agree with the Nation of Islam on certain things, because I believe that the woman is just as equal as the man in this country. And I've always believed that. That's one thing I always talk to my pastor about growing up, because they said in the Bible, it says that a man is on a mission, a woman is on a submission. So a woman is to submit. I don't believe a woman should ever have to submit to a man unless she willingly wants to submit to the man. But nigga, you're not gonna make her submit to you. Yeah, it's things that I know as a man in my house that ain't gonna flow. And what that means is, no, you're not gonna yell at me. No, you're not gonna force me. But if you think about it, Most women run their household. Men don't run the household like that. The reason why we don't run the household like that because we know how to keep shit out of. It's not worth it, bro. I am the king of my house, but this is the queen's house too. This is her shit. And what I mean by that is that I am the man, I am the protector of my house, my family, and everything involved inside these doors. Everything. But when it comes to moving shit and the design and what we eating out, that's all the wife right there. She tells me what we eating. She tells me how this house is going to look. I really don't feel like I have a say in that. Even though I do have a say in that, that's not for me. That's not for me. This is, baby, what do we need? Because the whole thing is about comfortability. Her comfortability to me is not getting in my fucking head about shit that ain't worth it. And I know how to leave it alone. But I'm not going to let y'all come in and say, oh, this is, nigga, it is the woman's house. I am submitting, saying, hey, this is the woman's house. Even though if you ask her, this is my castle. It's her house. If you don't understand that, it's your fucking fault. So we don't know what we supposed to do anymore. No, I don't believe in a woman should be the only one cooking in the house. No, I don't believe that. I'm the cook. Because most of y'all can't fucking cook because your mama couldn't cook. That's why I'm the cook, because I taught myself how to cook. And I'm a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? No, my mom didn't teach me how to cook. I watched people cook. They didn't teach me anything. No one has ever taught me anything. I would observe and I look and I say, okay. Independent thought. They have taken it away. And when the last time you really made a thought that you believed in? When? Like a serious thought. A serious thought. Every 4 years, the election come around and y'all forget what y'all wanted to say. Y'all forget what y'all wanted to say. Tell me the last time a political, now this is for the Democratic Party, tell me the last time America did something that you voted for that you believe was right, that was benefiting you. There's nothing that the Democratic Party has did for Black America that is benefiting us. Nothing. Everything that we are benefiting from was shit in the 60s. Do y'all understand that? Do y'all not understand that everything that is Black American right now, all those laws were passed in the 1960s? Therefore, it's been 55 years of nothing for Black America. We have no laws, nothing benefits us. So they are destroying the family. They are taking away from the thought. And yet alone, we don't want to point out the bullshit. Black Americans are killing each other at a high number of rates. Why the fuck are we killing each other? You think they're going to address that? Do you think Black women are going to say, hey, we've been raising the Black man for the last 45, 50 years. Why are y'all killing each other? Why are y'all killing each other out here on these streets? Because they have two things, Black American. Y'all got to understand. This is just in general. You're either soft or you're fucking hard. And the soft factor of America for the Black man is not thinking about the family. It's not thinking about that. It's saying, oh, you really are this. That's why most young Black boys have autism. Have y'all not noticed how kids under the age of 22 have autism? Boys? How is that? How's it that 5 out of like, I think they said 5 out of 8 Black boys have autism? How does that happen? Why? Because y'all allowing them to stick y'all with that Demerol when y'all pregnant and y'all having a contraction, and they are forcing women, especially Black women, to take shots. Take this shot. Take this shot. You're going to take this shot. They are literally arresting women in the hospitals and shooting them with shit that they don't need to birth the kid. Why not have your kid at home, have a midwife, and have your child at home. I will be damned if I let my wife have a baby in the hospital. It's not going down. I'm sorry. If she don't agree with it, we just won't be having no goddamn kid. But before I let y'all fuck my kid up, definitely not having a kid in the hospital. Definitely not. But also looking at the fact that you can have a kid at home and under $500, maybe under $1,500, but then you go to the hospital and have a kid and you get a bill for $50,000. $50,000? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all are lost. Y'all are confused, and y'all don't understand the agenda. They are fucking our kids up. They are messing with y'all heads. That's why I ain't smoke weed no more. I ain't touching it. I ain't touching weed no more. I was like, oh, I'm going to do edibles and shit like that. I stopped smoking weed because do y'all not understand that California, there's no water? And let me explain this to y'all so y'all know. There's no water out here. It's not raining like that. Natural rainfall is not out here. So all the water that we are getting is water that is already being filtered. Now, if you understand the factor that the reason why I'm saying this because most of y'all are taking some kind of pill. Y'all taking some kind of vitamin or pill, right? We don't chew our pills. We swallow them. Do you know how long it takes to digest a pill? 7 days. For that pill to dissolve all around. It dissolves a little bit, but there's not enough acid in your stomach to break down the pill because the pill's supposed to break and then it dissolves into the bloodstream, right? So the problem is that since most people swallow their pills and not chew their pills, it goes out with their digestive system. So when you go to the bathroom, neither using boo-booing, our peeing, that excretion or that pill falls into the water system. And then the place it dissolves in is in the water system, in the sewer system. And then that water is therefore being filtered. So therefore, the water that we are drinking does contain drugs, right? It does contain drugs. Y'all do understand that. You cannot filter out the certain things. You can't filter it out. You can keep running it through the pump, but it's still going to have drugs in the water. That's the water that we're drinking. But also at the same time, that is the same water that they are putting in these plants. That's why weed is so strong. That's why a lot of y'all are not just smoking weed. Y'all doing mushrooms. Y'all doing Molly. Y'all popping Xanax. Y'all popping bars. Y'all doing lean. Y'all doing all this shit, right? But you get some of y'all got nerve to be vegan, but you're smoking weed. There's no organic weed, people, unless you grow the shit at home. But if you're not using your water, if you're not using purified water, and not purified, but pH water with clean filter and stuff like this, y'all not testing y'all water. Fentanyl in the water is just not enough to kill us. There's a Xanax in the water. It's just not enough to kill us. There's Adderall in the water. It's just not enough to kill us. Do y'all not understand that people are over here going crazy out of nowhere? It is an institution to destroy. When they make these movies like Batman, right? And they talk about Gotham City and Gotham Asylum and how people are crazy, how people are like hallucinating. Talk to a person after they smoke weed, give them their thoughts before they smoke weed and take their thoughts after they smoke weed and see what happens. Understand that, yo. That is a GMO. Weed is GMO. The food is GMO. I remember buying an apple, yo. I bought an apple when I was working at LA Fitness as a manager. Matter of fact, I didn't buy it. My girl had packed me lunch. And this, I remember the first time she did this, I think she was running late. She's like, hey, I grabbed you an apple because she always gives me fruit. And I remember sitting an apple on my desk, like my money tree right here. She said my apple on the, I said my apple on the desk and I forgot about it. And then I put it in the drawer because I had like a set to do. So I put it in the drawer and I forgot it for 2 months. And I came back and the fucking apple still looked like it was freshly picked. How can you digest that kind of food, yo? How can you digest food that doesn't mold, that doesn't go bad. I can't believe I even eat McDonald's every now and then. Have y'all took a McDonald's patty and set it in the closet? Watch it. Ants don't even eat McDonald's patties. Sit a McDonald's patty on the ground and come back, and that motherfucker's gonna feel like a board. It's gonna feel like a board. It's a board. If y'all think I'm playing, I say do this. Inbox me, go buy a McDonald's patty. I will send you $1 to go get a McDonald's patty and sit that motherfucker in the closet. Sit in the closet or sit it under a box and give it 30 days. And I'll tell you this. If you go back that and you find mold on that hamburger, I'll give you $10. But if you don't find mold on that hamburger, you owe me $50. Deal? Say deal. Please, somebody say deal. It doesn't go bad. Some chicken. What happened to chicken nuggets when you leave them out? Yo, anybody know? Anybody know? Set some chicken nuggets on the ground and see what happened to them. Nothing. They don't dissolve. They don't break down. They get hard. When the chicken start getting hard, it molds. It molds. It is an animal. If it's a real animal, it's going to dissolve. And from the earth we came to the earth we go. That is the way it works. But if food is not rotting, when the last time y'all really had rotted fruit? Please tell me, when the last time y'all really had rotted? What I mean rotted is this like you remember the rot when you was a kid. You're like, ugh. Fruit doesn't even go bad anymore. It doesn't. And they feeding us this shit, man. We lost. But we don't have no choice. We don't control the food. So when you're living out here in Cali, it's totally different than living in places like Atlanta, Louisville, Kentucky, Kentucky. We can't farm. We can't farm out here. That's what happened. They took away the power of growing your own food. So that's why you don't get land out here in Cali. Talk to motherfucker with a real backyard. Most people don't have backyards out here. It has nothing to do with the population control. It's the fact that they don't want people growing their own food. They don't want people taking control of their diets. We used to have community gardens in Kentucky. We had community gardens where people grow food. You go. It's like it's basically like the out the swap meet out here. What they call that shit, Queen? It's like the farmer's market. But if y'all notice, you are allowed to sell GMO products at the farmer's market. Farmer's markets used to only be organic foods. Did y'all know that? My goddamn eye just sifted to the side like Biggie Smalls. God damn it. I ain't know that. Huh. It I know I said a lot. I know it's a lot for y'all to digest. It's a lot for me to digest. I was like, goddamn, Dre, you gotta slow down. You're talking too fast. You're talking too fast. But I just wanted to get this out to y'all, man. I was talking to this older black man yesterday, man, and his eyes were this red. Older black man, breathing problems. And I'm sitting there talking to him. I'm like, hey, bro, are you drinking water? He's like, I need to drink more. I was like, man, you know, black men don't live over the age of 54, man. You need to walk, you need to eat. And I sent him a diet. Matter of fact, I sent out 2 diets to people yesterday. I sent one to older my boy John Liu, Asian guy I know that does comedy. He's dealing with some medical like diabetes. I mean, I ain't afraid to say it. It ain't violating the HIPAA law. A lot of obese people, a lot of overweight people are dealing with obesity out here, and they're not eating right. And I don't want to see these people die if I can help them out. So, hey, I don't got a problem with sending you a diet, man. Here you go, man. Take this, try this out, do this. Something simple. Go ride a bike. Go walk, go ride a bike. Because I want people to live. They are killing y'all through food, man. They're killing y'all when y'all not exercising. And if you can't digest that shit, if you eating this craziness, It's not gonna do it, man. Take care of your people. Take care of your people. That's a boss. That's a boss. If you see somebody dying because they're overweight and they obese, step in. Hey, man, we gonna walk together. We gonna work out together. You don't got to go hit the gym and hit the weights. Go swimming. Go play volleyball. There's so many things that's why I stopped going to the gym, because there's so many other things I can do besides pay these niggas money to get disrespected, to get poor customer service, to go to these dirty ass, unclean, unsanitary gyms. I'm paying y'all this amount of money to go into a clean facility. Clean facility. That means all the equipment should be working. It should be up to sanitary. It should be up to par. It shouldn't stink. I don't want to see no niggas ass and balls walking around in the back, help them cover up they stuff. It's just so many problems, dog. Y'all go to gyms where they ain't give y'all new basketballs. Y'all in there shooting every day with these trash ass balls, man. Y'all got the nerve to pay them. That's because they don't respect you. They just want your money. Y'all eat these foods that are killing y'all. That's because they don't respect you. They just want your money. Y'all live in these places where they don't take care of their property because they don't respect you. They want the money. Y'all send y'all kids to these schools that they're not teaching y'all kids a goddamn thing. Y'all pay those taxes to pay them teachers, to pay the state. Do y'all not understand that the state gets $300 a day per kid? Actually, I think it's $500 a day per kid. That's what they give them. That's what the state gives that's what the state are giving schools. $500 per kid. $500 per kid. And y'all got the nerve to be like, why are our kids not learning the right way? Why ain't they learning the right way? If you're in a black community, if you're in these certain communities, if they got a lot of kids there, they're getting a lot of money for these kids. So why they got old school books? Why are they feeding them? Do y'all understand the food that they are feeding them? One of my own roommates, she used to work for she worked for LADS, DA school system, and she would bring school food back every so often. And I was like, nigga, is this jail food? What the fuck is this? Do y'all not understand what they are feeding y'all kids in these schools? It's way different than what we doing. They were trying to blame Michelle Obama. What Michelle Obama? She's like, feed the kids safe and healthy snacks. Don't give them junk food and give them more healthy food. But the shit that they giving these kids is no different than what you get in jail. It's a Zabo. All right, it's a goddamn Zabo. We need to step in. Step in. So what that means, y'all, when I mean step in, we need to start going to city council. I actually told my wife I was going to start going to the city council hour. I'm in Huntington Beach. I'll probably be the only black person there, but I'm going to tell y'all what's going on. Why don't y'all put a police officer right here in front of my share lane? Because these white people don't stop at the stop sign. They just drive through the sign like they're in a goddamn country road. But if you go to the hood, it's a police everywhere. You know why? Because kids aren't outside anymore. Kids gonna go out and play. They stay in the house, man. This is not. I am done, man. I think I said a mouthful. I think I said enough. I think y'all need to figure out what y'all gonna do with y'all kids and with y'allself. And if we keep allowing this to happen, we are going to dissolve as a people, and a lot of niggas start looking like extraterrestrials out here. Hey, Queen, we got any bacon? All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to See Students in Detention, man. You are out this bitch. Comedian André Mulligan, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Y'all make sure y'all check it out, because today was my first day going on to Twitter. And I really like to thank everybody for tuning in, man. I really love y'all and support y'all. And I will see y'all tomorrow, man. And if you don't agree with what I say, write that shit down. Oh, shit. Happy birthday, London. My little cousin birthday, man. Happy birthday, London, dog. Love you, man. Love you. Newburgh in a building. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love y'all. And if you can't love nobody, love your goddamn self first. Amen. Y'all get out of here. Enjoy your day. Namaste. Namaste the fuck out people. Business. That's what you stay.